Hello, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve. It's your psalm for today. Hope you're having a marvelous evening. I'm thinking of those that may be alone this Christmas Eve. We just got off the phone with our daughter, Keela, and she was talking about how their team making Christmas plans didn't think of the single people. So if you're single and you're like, I got nothing else to do, I'm going to watch a psalm for today. Good to see you. And I've had a great day, and you won't believe our special guest today is my brother.
Hello there.
Check it out, twins. The other day, not the other day, but not too long ago, we were together. I said, who do you think's younger? And they said, him. I did not appreciate that at all, that's for sure. And how's your day been, bro?
It's been a pretty good day. It's here in Arizona. We had a nice 70-degree day, and I had a very good day.
Yeah, good.
And I had a nice dinner with you and Paula and Betty. It was just a wonderful way to spend Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so we were thinking about, I remember when I was on Facebook, and I remember when every Christmas Eve we had enchiladas. And I did not like that tradition, but Christmas Day we had turkey, and I liked that. What was your take on enchiladas in our Christmas Eve?
I still carry that tradition myself. I make enchiladas on Christmas Day usually. I don't think I am tomorrow because I got invited out to the neighborhood Christmas dinner, but normally I would make enchiladas still to this day. To me, it was something from my childhood that I want to keep.
Now, unbelievable to me is I follow the 1-year Bible for the Psalm for today. Today is Psalm 143. You check it out. Get the 1-year Bible, look on December 24, Psalm 143, and verse 5 says, remember the days of old. And so my brother and I, we're just going to sit here off the cuff, remember some of the things of the days of old. And there's something pretty cool. A lady named Carolyn Dweck it's called Mindset Theory, bro. She took a village and she made the whole thing like, I think it was 1944 or something. She had 1944 cars, 1944 pictures, 1944 buildings, 1944 food, 1944 TV. Everything was 1944, whatever year it was. She took dementia patients that was a key time in their life to that setting. And all of the dementia measurements improved. Wow. Just by going back to a part of the brain where the memory was stored. Their memory was greatly helped. It's connected to what's now called mindset theory. But nonetheless, we're going to sit here and reminisce, and I didn't tell him what I was going to do because I didn't know what I was going to do. Because I didn't know what I was going to do. But I'll start off, bro. A memory from our Christmases. One Christmas, we were exceedingly poor. Well, many Christmases, we were exceedingly poor. But this particular one, I remember my mom cried. She opened the freezer, and all we had left was caribou heart. And I don't eat organs or pianos, right? I don't
Me either.
We're just not down for caribou heart. But that was all that we had left. And we didn't have any money. Back in the day, my dad made $160 a month, and we were just poor, and we were in the far north, Barrow, Alaska. Now, the Inupiaq people, they speak Inupiaq, but anyways, Inupiaq, the people there, they don't show you their gift. They leave it on the porch and run away so that you don't know who gave it to you. Well, we found out eventually, but my mom's looking at that caribou heart. Our mom is looking at that caribou heart and crying. And there's a bang on the door. And we run downstairs, and there's a box on the porch there of our, there was only the white church there, not the whole new church that's there now. But anyways, and we opened the box up, and it was a full Christmas meal. It was a turkey, everything. I think it was for pumpkin pie. There were some green beans in there, everything for a Christmas meal. And we later found out that Joe Pennegue had this was way before FedEx or anything like that. He had it flown in from Fairbanks to show his pastor's family how much they loved us. And so Remember the days of old. Thank you to the Pennegue family. Thank you to Barrow. We still claim to be white Inupiats, and we love our background in Barrow, Alaska. Hey, bro, what memory comes to your mind?
Well, back to the same thing about how poor we were is I remember just before we moved here, we were still in Anderson at the time. Every Christmas present I got that Christmas was used. But it was still a fabulous Christmas. The used one is I got my uncle's rifle, a .22 rifle. I got a rifle rack that I believe belonged to my grandfather, so I could have a rack to put my gun on in the house. And those were my two presents that year. And then another Christmas, the biggest Christmas present I got was a T-bone steak. There was a T-bone steak in the freezer with my name on it. And I still treasure those memories. It's not the price of the gift or the value of the gift. It's the gift being given because somebody loves you. And those are a couple of my Christmas memories from days of old.
Oh, that's fantastic. We have some that aren't so good. Like we got, we got, sorry, you're never supposed to laugh at your own jokes, but this one isn't a joke. We got a Christmas box from a church, I think in New Mexico. I don't know where.
I don't remember where it was
I don't
from.
want to blame this. I don't want to blame the state, but we got a Christmas box. We were so excited. We opened it, and it had used tea bags, and it said, "We've only used them once. Hope you enjoy."
I knew that was the story you were going to tell as soon as you started.
So, but the Joe Pennegue Christmas box. Then from that, when I became pastor at MCA, we added the Christmas box. I think Bev Giese did that for many years. I think Rachel Crow maybe does it now. I'm not sure of all the details now. But we covered every Alaskan Assemblies of God village pastor or missionary with presents. And the first year I did it, I said, whatever you just let us know what you want for Christmas. Oh my goodness. One guy wanted a new roof for his church. That cost us $17,000. Another guy needed a refrigerator, so we flew a refrigerator out. From then on, I asked for what you would like for your kids because we couldn't afford to do that kind of deal all the time. But, everybody asks, what do you want for Christmas? But for me, I get more fun out of what can I give for Christmas. It's just much more fun to give. Speaking of Christmas, I think it was Christmas. We were going to give I said, because the way my brain works is I make promises and then figure out how to do them later. Most people do the opposite. They figure out what they can do and make promises. So I get up to our church. I say, we're going to give every prisoner in the state of Alaska a dozen homemade cookies for Christmas. Everybody goes, yeah. Well, I found out we needed 17,000 cookies. Something like that. It cost $3,000 to buy the boxes to put the cookies in. Nonetheless, we got all the prisoners covered with cookies, so it's fun. The Bible says, remember the days of old. And some of the benefit of remembering the days of old is that it remembers us. So if you put a dash between and remember, it puts us together again. So while Warren and I tell stories about our childhood, about Dad who's now gone, talk about Mom, talk about our sister. A while ago, our daughter Keela introduced me to the song, "Puppies are forever, not just for Christmas." I think I'll never get that out of my head. But we were telling puppy stories, puppies that we had. What was your first dog?
Queenie.
Queenie. What kind?
A mutt.
A mutt, yeah. The first one I remember was called Blage, and that was, we think it was French for white.
Supposedly.
But that dog became dinner for a Barrow Husky, but that's a whole nother story. And but we remember. We put ourselves together again. So, like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again, right? But that's not what happens when you have a relationship with God and a relationship with people. When you remember, you remember. And so Like tonight, I'll be going to midnight mass. I went to a service this afternoon. I love to see Holy Communion because do this in remembrance. When we remember the work of Christ, he puts us together again. And so all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Warren or Kent together again, but God does. And God does. And he has, and he's faithful. If you had a wish for our Psalm for Today viewers, bro, what would it be?
That they feel their many blessings that they have and are thankful for them, and that they have many more in the coming year.
This is Kent and Warren signing off from Phoenix, Arizona. We love you, and Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry